This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2022 Salem Hemisphere fifth wheel, model number 378FL. So I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work. This is more of a how-to video. It's not a sales video or a floor plan video. It just goes over some of the components, okay? So first of all, you have a 6-point leveling system. Okay, you can see you got the 2 landing gear and then 4 jacks back here, so that's 6. There's 2 ways to control this. One is outside, or in a compartment anyway, and then there's also another screen inside that basically does the same thing. It just gives you more options, so we'll go over that when we get to it. Of course, power awning with LED strip. This is to hang a TV. Obviously you got power, signal, and then a bracket here. You wanted to put a TV out here. Outside speakers. And in here we have your solar controller here. Okay. Also we have a kill switch for the battery. And then this device over here is a power inverter. So the power inverter inverts the battery, which is 12 volt DC. It inverts it to 110 AC and then sends it right to your refrigerator. So basically the inverter just inverts power for the refrigerator. That way when you're pulling it down the road, it'll and you have food in your refrigerator, basically you can still run it like you would if you were plugged in, except it'll be running on inverted power that comes from your batteries. And of course your batteries will be charged by the alternator on your tow vehicle. Okay, so there you have it. Let me walk over here a little bit more, see what else we've got here. I haven't looked in here yet, so we can surprise ourselves. Okay, 2 batteries. 27 series deep cycle batteries, wired together at 12 volts. So even though there's 2 batteries, it's still wired at 12 volts. Okay. This is your controller for your leveling system, the outside controller. Keep in mind there's 2 functions that'll be useful to you. Auto level, of course, and then auto hitch height. So it's kind of hard to see with this camera, but basically when you scroll through it, you scroll till you see hitch height, and then you push enter, and it'll return it to the same position it was in before it auto leveled it. So it always remembers that last position. I mean, if you take level all, for example, it'll make it nosedive. It won't hurt anything. It won't be level. It'll just be nosedived. But if you push auto hitch height, then it'll return it to the position it was in before you auto leveled it. So okay, this is water, of course, water station. This is your black tank flush here. So after you dump your black tank, you can leave the valve open, hook the hose of the dump station onto this one, and then flush out your tank. It'll clean off the sensors really well. This is for winterizing, of course. Your city water hookup, which is the most common way to get water to the trailer. And then if you're going to be camping someplace where there's where there's no water at the campsites, you can fill up your fresh water tank there and use the onboard pump to pump the water. So you have 2 options. And this is just the bypass for your water heater. Right now the water heater should be bypassed and it's empty, so there's no water in it at all. It's still winterized. Okay. Now let me show you one thing here. You probably know this, but we'll go over it a little bit here. I got to get the tape off of it. Excuse my camera work. Okay. So this rocker switch right here, off and on, is off right now, of course. It controls the electric heating element that's behind this cover. So there are switches inside the trailer, but keep in mind that this one here in the lower left hand corner is here also. You can turn this heating element on and off. The thing is, you can't run this without water in the tank. So never turn on the electric heating element or the gas burner unless you have water in the tank, and you're sure you do. Because right now it's empty because it's winterized, right? So keep that in mind. Also, this is the drain here, plus an anode rod. That takes an 1 1/16 socket, 6-point socket, 6-inch extension, and then a ratchet or breaker to break it loose. So that's where you'll drain your water heater at. Okay? It's a 50 amp system, so you got a 50 amp shore cord. That's 30 feet long, plus we give you the reducers to reduce it down, if need be. Okay? Moving towards the back here, you have a backup camera, of course. Also, I think I walked right past the side cameras. Let me see here. Yeah, you have marker light cameras on each side also. So keep that in mind. You got 3 cameras. We'll show you how that operates when you pick up your trailer. But there's the door side camera. So you have 3 cameras on it. Also, another thing, you have a ladder on the back, which is a good thing because the manufacturer states you should inspect the roof every 90 days. So it's good to send somebody up there or go up yourself, whatever you're going to do. Inspect the roof, make sure there's no cracking or separation in any sealant, make sure there's no damage to any of the attachments by low branches, that sort of thing. Every 90 days. Okay. So, we're still washing and prepping here, so it's a little bit dirty. Okay, so your control panel, these are lights, of course. Your water pump, I told you about the water pump. The water pump is used to pump fresh water out of the tank if you don't have city water. It's also used to winterize the trailer. Your water heater on gas right here. I showed you the electric switch outside. And this has tank heaters, so you can extend your camping season. So that's that right there. All your levels, of course, just like any other trailer, it goes up in 1/3 increments. And then your slide rooms and awning. Awning and the rest of them are slide rooms, okay? Hopefully you can see that okay. I know I'm up kind of close, but this is what I have to work with. So you've got 2 thermostats depending on what zone, and it's very simple. You're just going to scroll through it. Fan, which is the air conditioner running without the compressor, then cool, which is the air conditioner. Always run it on auto if they give you the option. Okay, and that's the heat there. You hear the heat just kick on. Okay, let's see here. All right, so these are your remotes here. Let me get them down here. That's your TV remote, obviously. This is for your sound system here, and then this one here is for your fireplace. This is the screen, the readout for your backup cameras and side cameras. That goes in the cab with you and plugs into the cigarette lighter plug. Let me set this down here. Your range, basically, you spark it to light it. I don't know if he's got gas on or not. I didn't check, so we'll see. Either way, I'll talk you through it. So you got a sparker. You turn this clockwise, obviously, this is to light it. You got 3 knobs, 3 burners, and then this one is for the oven. So you're just going to light it. Yep, so it is on. Very simple. You turn it clockwise, spark it. Now, this is a little different. There's a pilot light all the way down there. Let me shut that light off. All the way down at the back. You can see I can spark it for you, and you can see it back there. So to light that, you're going to go to the oven knob. You're going to go to the picture of the pilot light. Then you depress it and keep it depressed while you're lighting it. Then you're going to turn this clockwise to spark it until it lights down here. After it lights, you still hold it for another 10 seconds or so, and then you go to operating temperature. But keep in mind, when you shut it off, the pilot light goes out, so you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. Always have this closed when you're traveling so you don't break it. This is a range hood vent. Obviously, the microwave works like any other microwave. Your refrigerator is powered by regular shore power or your inverter, of course. Over here, I was mentioning inverting power. That's inverting is going from DC to AC. Well, this is the power converter here. This does just the opposite. When you're plugged in, you have AC power on this side, just like you would have at home, and you've got circuit breakers like you'd have at home, and they're all labeled. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC on this side, so you got 12 volt fuses, and they're all labeled. Okay, that's where the 12 volt comes from. Also, it's a battery tender, so it's always going to sense how much energy your batteries have up front, and it'll keep them charged. If they're topped off, it'll just trickle a couple amps to maintain it. If they're low, it'll send 10 amps, whatever it needs to keep them charged, as long as you're plugged in. So that's the converter. This is just a carbon monoxide LP gas detector. Should always be green like it is, if not, get it serviced. If it goes off, take everybody outside. Leave the doors open, shut the gas off, figure out what's going on. Okay, let me grab these remotes here as I go forward. Very nice trailer. It's got a real contemporary look to it, even the steps. Pretty cool. Okay. So you have, first of all, you have a fireplace, and here's the remote. I don't know why he wrapped this back up here, but I can run it through the cellophane on there. So it's also a space heater. You can change the look of the crystals, and then you can change the fire. So, all right. It also you got temperature. Low is the fan speed. High is the fan speed. So that's on full speed right now. You can also shut the fan off. It also has a timer too, so if you wanted to set the timer to turn this on, 20 minutes before you get up in the morning, for example, you can do that. Take the chill out of everything. This is the remote for your radio. See if I can operate that through there. Yep, sure enough. Let me shut it back off here. Let me figure out how. Okay, so you can play discs with this right here, CDs and DVDs. It has Bluetooth, so you can stream wirelessly with your phone or tablet. It has a USB, so you can stream, put all your albums on one USB drive and take them with you. It has 3 speaker zones, I believe. Actually 2 speaker zones. A is inside and B is outside the trailer. It has AM/FM radio, so it does a lot. There's also, let me look here and see what I can find. Just let me leave it there, I guess. Okay, yeah, so that pretty much covers it. Now this right here is your televator, your TV lift. It's very simple, up and down. Okay, TV works like any other TV, of course. And that's this remote here. All right, now these sofas fold out. You can pull the backs off of them, and then of course they fold out into 3-panel hide-a-bed, so you got two beds up here, and of course your theater seats. What this is telling us here is that this is pre-wired for a Wi-Fi signal booster / router. If you're interested, you can go to this website and look at their products. If you get one, always get the one with the antenna on the roof. There is also a spot on the roof that's marked where you would hook an antenna to, and basically it just improves your signal for public Wi-Fi. You get much better signal, and then there's also a router that you can attach all your family's devices to also. Okay, that's an option. Okay, so let's look in the bathroom here next, I guess. Still cleaning here, so it's messy. Now this is for your power vent, to open the lid on it and to set the speed for the fan. Sink, shower, and toilet work like any other. So you've owned them before. With the toilet, you always want, there's the flush pedal there. You always want the black tank's directly below. You always want to put chemical and water in it before you start using it. That's the thing. So a dose of chemical, and then step on the paddle and put about a gallon of water in the tank, and you're all set. If you don't, the smell will be terrible. Plus, it can get clogged up. So make sure you always start off with water and chemical. Okay, main bedroom here. Excuse me. So you have a backing plate here to mount a TV bracket if you choose to, and there's your signal and power. This is a separate button for the slide room if you want to operate it from here. The storage, and of course there's storage under the bed. I would think so. Let me look here. Yep, you also have storage under the bed, which is a good thing. It's kind of like a foot locker. Okay, and last but not least, there's a loft in this one. There must be, because I see stairs. So let's see what it looks like here. Okay, yeah, so 2 beds, TV hookups, pretty much everything you need. If I can get this, let me see if I can turn this light on here from here. There we go. Gives you a better view of it. But it's all self-explanatory. It's just a loft. It's got 2 escape windows, which is great if you need to escape in an emergency. Okay, so I think that about covers it. I'm going to look around a little bit here and see if I forgot anything. No, I think that does it. So, okay, I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. And please remember what I said about the manufacturer wanting you to inspect the roof every 90 days. That's important. And right now the trailer's winterized, the water heater is bypassed and empty. Okay, thank you.